We now see a second example in which we write all of the terms in the expansion of a plus b raised to the power of 4 using the binomial expansions formula that we have in the upper right-hand corner of the screen here. Just as in the previous tutorial, the first thing we're going to do is compare this a plus b raised to the power of 4 to a plus b raised to the power of n. We quickly see that the only difference is that I've replaced n by 4. As a result, all we have to do to get started is copy the right-hand side of the formula, replacing every single n that we see by 4. In other words, we start by writing that this equals to the sum from r equals to 0 up to 4 of the binomial coefficient 4r times a raised to the power of 4 minus r times b raised to the power of r. Now that that's done, I like to underline the general expression that we have here that I'm underlining in gray and calling it t of r, or t sub r. And that's the general term of our expansion. In other words, every single term in our expansion will be obtained using the expression that I've underlined in gray. I now write that this equals to the sum from r equals to 0 up to 4 of t sub r. And just to make things clear, t sub r is the general term which equals to the binomial coefficient 4r times a raised to the power of 4 minus r times b raised to the power of r. And I'll go ahead and box that in green and call it general term. I now take care of this sum, and each of the terms of the sum is obtained by replacing the r inside our general term by all of the integer values between 0 up to and including 4. In other words, that's equal to t of 0 plus t of 1 plus t of 2 plus t of 3 plus t of 4. Now that that's done, I need to find an expression for each of these 5 terms inside the expansion. And for that, I use the general term that I boxed in green here. And in each case, all I need to do is replace every r I see inside this expression by the corresponding r value inside each term. So for the first term, t0, r is equal to 0. So I replace every r that I see by 0. That's the binomial coefficient for 0 times a raised to the power of 4 minus 0 times b raised to the power of 0. And that's the first term, t sub 0, taken care of. I add to that the second term, that's t sub 1. And in a similar way, all I have to do to find t sub 1 is replace every single r that I see by 1. So that would be 4, 1, the binomial coefficient, times a to the power of 4 minus 1 times b raised to the power of 1. And that's t sub 1 taken care of. I carry on and add the next term, which is t sub 2, and in a similar way, all I need to do is replace every single r I see inside the expression by 2. So that would be the binomial coefficient for 2 times a raised to the power of 4 minus 2 times b raised to the power of 2. And that's t sub 2 taken care of. I carry on and add the next term, which is t sub 3, for which all I have to do is replace every r that I see inside the expression by 3, which leads to the binomial coefficient for 3 times a raised to the power of 4 minus 3 times b raised to the power of 3. And that's t sub 3 taken care of. Finally, I add the next term, which is t sub 4, and for which I replace every r that I see inside the expression in the general term by 4, which leads to the binomial coefficient for 4 times a raised to the power of 4 minus 4 times b raised to the power of 4. And that's t sub 4 taken care of. At this stage, we've written all of the 5 terms in the expansion of a plus b raised to the power of 4. But we cannot stop there. We need to simplify each of these terms as much as possible. And to do that, I like to start by simplifying all of the powers of a and b that we see in each of the terms. When doing so, remember that if we have a raised to the power of 0 or b raised to the power of 0, they are both equal to 1. That tells us that if ever we have an a to the power of 0 or a b to the power of 0, we can just ignore it completely and don't even have to write it. Another thing worth remembering is if we have a raised to the power of 1, then that's just equal to a. In other words, we don't bother writing the power of 1. And in a similar way, if we have b raised to the power of 1, we simply write that that's equal to b. Keeping these results in mind, let's go ahead and simplify each of the powers of a and b in each of the 5 terms that we have here. Looking at the first term, we have the binomial coefficient 4, 0, and that multiplies a raised to the power of 4 minus 0, which is just a raised to the power of 4. In turn, that multiplies b raised to the power of 0. But as we've just seen, if we have b to the power of 0, it's equal to 1, and we can just ignore it. So we move on to the next term. And the next term has binomial coefficient 4, 1. So I'll write that. That's the binomial coefficient 4, 1. And that multiplies a raised to the power of 4 minus 1. So that's a raised to the power of 3 times b raised to the power of 1, which we simply write as b. So that's a raised to the power of 3 times b. And we move on to the next term. The binomial coefficient is 4, 2. So that's 4, 2. And that multiplies a raised to the power of 4 minus 2. So that's a raised to the power of 2 times b raised to the power of 2. So I write that as well. That's b raised to the power of 2. We add on the next term, whose binomial coefficient is 4, 3. So I write that. That's 4, 3. And that multiplies a raised to the power of 4 minus 3. So that's a to the power of 1, which we simply write as a. So I just write a there, and that multiplies b raised to the power of 3. So I'll write b cubed there. Finally, we add the fifth and final term, whose binomial coefficient is 4, 4. That's 4, 4. And that multiplies a raised to the power of 4 minus 4. So that's a to the power of 0, which we can just ignore. And that multiplies b raised to the power of 4. So we write that. That's b raised to the power of 4. And that's as far as we can go without calculating each of the binomial coefficients inside this expansion. And that's what we have to do next. For that, we're going to use the binomial coefficients formula that I'm highlighting in red right now. Let me start by making a bit of space. There we go. As we saw in our previous tutorial, when working with binomial expansions, the first and the last binomial coefficient are always equal to 1. So without thinking, we can go right ahead and state that the binomial coefficient 4, 0 equals to 1, as well as the binomial coefficient 4, 4. We also saw in our previous tutorial that the second coefficient as we go from left to right equals to the second coefficient as we go from right to left, and they are both always equal to the power to which we raised the binomial. So in this case, that's 4. So again, without thinking, we can go right ahead and state that the binomial coefficient 4, 1 equals to 4, as well as the binomial coefficient 4, 3. And so we quickly see that the only binomial coefficient we really have to calculate is this middle one right here, 4, 2. So let's go ahead. I'll do that in the upper right-hand corner. The binomial coefficient 4, 2 is equal to factorial 4 over factorial 4 minus 2 times factorial 2. That's equal to factorial 4 over factorial 2 times factorial 2. That's equal to 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 over 2 times 1 times 2 times 1. And at this stage, we can see that things simplify quite nicely. Indeed, the 2 times 2 on the denominator cancel out with the 4 on the numerator, leaving us with 3 times 2 times 1 on the numerator, so that's 6, over 1 times 1 on the denominator, which is 1. In other words, the binomial coefficient 4, 2 is equal to 6. And there we go. So we can add that to our expansion. The binomial coefficient 4, 2 is 6. And we're now in a position to write our final answer. Indeed, we can go ahead and state that a plus b raised to the power of 4 is equal to 1 times a to the power of 4, which is just a raised to the power of 4, plus 4 times a cubed times b, so that's 4a cubed b, plus 6 times a squared times b squared. So that's 6a squared b squared plus 4 times a times b cubed, so that's 4ab cubed, plus 1 times b to the power of 4, which we just write as b raised to the power of 4. And that's our final answer. We've just written all of the terms in the expansion of a plus b raised to the power of 4 using the binomial expansions formula. Notice here that this expansion has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms, and we raised a plus b to the power of 4, which confirms what we mentioned at the end of our previous tutorial. Remember, any binomial a plus b raised to a power n, where n is an integer greater than or equal to 0, has n plus 1 terms in its expansion. And there we go. At this stage, we know how to write all the terms in the expansion of a plus b raised to the power of n. So in our next couple of tutorials, we're going to spend a bit of time learning about the binomial coefficients. We'll be seeing how to calculate them efficiently, as well as learning a few tricks. In particular, we'll see why the first and last terms are always equal, as well as why the second coefficient going from left to right is always equal to the second coefficient going from right to left. So do make sure to watch those. For now though, that's it for this tutorial.